Okay. Okay. Hi all. And Tatiana, maybe you're the only one I don't know in person. And my name is Elena, and we are going to start this study group. Today is the pilot episode, and I just want to introduce everyone here the idea of the study group, and I would like to involve everyone here to participate actively in the study of the astrology, starting by analyzing firstly the similarities, which are, I mean, the signs are all the same for all the three systems, and the houses are the same, the characteristics are very similar. So we will start from the similarities. I want to share with you some a table that I prepare where, okay, well, only 1 minute, hold on 1 minute. Felipe is joining us also, but can you see your sharing screen? Okay, so, okay, here we are. Okay, we start talking about the similarities within the systems. So we have the same sign for all the systems, same signs, and we have almost the same planets, some slightly different, but we can analyze, and we have 12 houses for all the systems. So the idea is to firstly understand how astrology works. Astrology, it was born many years ago when people used to look at the sky. They used to have only the stars, so they didn't have that time, they didn't have all this light pollution, so they were all, oh my god, sorry, I just did something. Oh, sorry. Okay. So the people were looking at the star, and they were observing the star. So the astrology, all the systems has the same root. So it starts, the main difference among the Western and the Vedic astrology is that we follow anthropocentric system, and in the Vedic astrology they follow the real sidereal passage of the planets, so the astronomy passage of the planets. And so we all have we have in the Western astrology we have 10 planets, 12 zodiac signs, which each sign have one of the 4 elements and one of the 3 modalities that we will explain during the course, and the 12 astrological houses. Each planet rules a specific area of life and has some specific characteristics, and the zodiac sign represent the archetype that affect the personality and the destiny of the individual. In esoteric astrology, we also have the same, but everything in addition we have the race, the characteristic of the race, and everything is under a lens of our spiritual evolution. So we can say the esoteric astrology is more spiritual than the Western astrology. And the Vedic astrology also takes in consideration the karma and the dharma, thanks to the 2 notes, but we will see it during the course, during the days studying all together. And okay, these are some in the sign. These are some similarities. You know, we have the same house for Aries, the same element, the same modality, which is sorry, in the Vedic is dual, not cardinal. This is an arrow, but the sun, that the period of the sun passing through that sign, it changes because of what I was saying before of the sidereal calculation for the Vedic astrology. So the sun passed in that sign in a different period. The qualities are also almost the same, and in the esoteric astrology, the planet for Aries is Mercury and not Mars. So we have some similarities and some differences, but the idea is to take in consideration each planet, to start to analyze sun and moon. Next time we will analyze sun and moon, and also the myth behind the sun. For instance, for the sun, we can analyze the oracles myth, the oracle labors that are 12, and they are representing the passage of the sun within each sign. Each labor represent the passage of the sun in the sun or in one of the signs. So are 12, and for same for the moon, we have some myths that can help us to understand the characteristic of this planet. And because I want to show you another document. Oops, sorry. Where is it? Here. Okay. Here we have this shared folder. We can use this folder to gather all the informations. And here we have this PDF that explains a little bit. This is the PDF I used during the first meeting last year, or I don't remember, 1.5 years ago. So here we have like an overview of the basic astrology, that it works for all the systems, because in all the systems we have the 4 elements, and we have the planets. Okay, as I was saying before, we have Volcano in the esoteric astrology, and Earth that we don't have in the traditional system, but we will analyze those 2 planets at the end. And also we have 2 nodes in the Vedic astrology that are considered the same importance as planets, that we will analyze at the end. So I would say that we start analyzing sun and moon next time, and then we go deeper. And once we start to see how everything is working, we will put all the pieces together. Now it's not easy to explain if nobody knows, but we can, because okay, the planets tell us what is happening, the signs tell us how this is happening, and the houses where everything is happening. So, and there are also some things going among these planets, no? And the point is to understand how these planets interrelate with each other, all the relationships, and there are the difference of the systems are basically there. So if you have any question at the moment, I will happy to start to answer to your questions if there are questions, and then we can.
Yeah. Sorry, do you share any material like?
The folder with all the material. We have 1 book of esoteric astrology. No, sorry. we have one book of Vedic astrology that Vignesh, thanks to Vignesh, he provided us. And we have a lot of material for the esoteric astrology because thanks to Gary Kitgel, that is the president of the Scottish section, and he's a very knowledgeable person. And he also accepted to join us for a meeting once we analyze all the basics, all the significance of each planet and each house and each sign, because the characteristic of the planets are reflecting into the relative sign and the relative house. So the first house is house of Aries, and for the traditional Western astrology, the planet is Mars. And for the Vedic astrology, same, also is Mars and one of the nodes. And for the esoteric astrology is Mercury. But we will analyze everything this all together while analyzing the planets. So we will take the planet. There are some guidelines here. Sorry, I want to I show you the guidelines I wrote. Screen here. If everything is not clear, because I understand that there is so much, and maybe I'm not very good in. But the main thing is that everyone is involved, and we all participate in the study actively. So every time a person can decide to take one planet, to analyze one planet, and through these guidelines. So we will compare the interpretation of planets in the different systems and the influence of mythology in the different astrological traditions, and how the mythological stories explain the astrological interpretations, because it's very helpful to look at the myth behind, because everything starts from there. And then at the very end, we will analyze the birth charts, and we will compare the aspects of the systems. So
one question, if we are analyzing our birth chart, is this going to be also in YouTube?
Oh yeah, each meeting will be on YouTube. Oh, you don't want to be on YouTube?
No, I don't want to have such a personal thing in the YouTube.
No, but it is no, the birth chart. No. Your personal birth chart will be on YouTube only if you want. Otherwise, you can. No. That is the personal birth chart. No, will not be on YouTube. No. Sorry, I understood. When you are talking about the planet, no, the class will be on YouTube, but your personal birth chart, no.
Okay, thank you.
But if someone agree to share these personal informations, why not? But of course we are not going to. But this will be at the end, very end. I think it takes at least 1 year to arrive to understand something, and this is the very early session to understand what we are going through. And still I realize that it's not easy to explain. And so this is the structure of each section. So we introduce the planet name, the astrological symbolism in each tradition. Okay, we will use the Greek mythology for the Western traditional system and the esoteric system, and we will use the Vedic myths for the Vedic astrology, of course. So it would be nice also to compare the two different kind of mythology, because we have the same roots, but just then we had some differences, and I think it is nice to have a look at these differences. And okay, then we will understand the general influences of the planet, in each tradition, the ruler of the planet and the relationship with other planets. And okay, the meat, as I was saying before, and the aspects. But okay, in the beginning, what is really important to understand is the characteristics of each planet, sign, and house. This is the fundamental that we all have to have well in mind in order to start to understand then the differences and all the system, how the system works. So first we are going to study the characteristics of each sign. Oh, sorry, I can't see. Oh, can you see me? Okay. And if there is any question and or something is not clear, please tell me. Now I can. Then I can. Do you have any question? Everything is clear?
So it will be once a month and at least 12 times, because you said it takes 1 year to finally get, yeah.
Exactly.
So, and we will have some homeworks.
Excuse me?
And we have some homeworks to understand it, or like you said, it's essential to...
Yeah, what the idea is that two different people each time take the class. I mean, they decide which planet, everyone can decide which planet want to analyze. And every different person will present the sign, the characteristic of the sign that I studied. And but because I think that a study group, it works better if everyone is involved in first person, how to say, and also, and if, okay, let's see if it works. If everything will work, we will gather all the information that we will put all the information we gather together, and we will create a book. If it works, if everything works, let's see. I don't know. This is the idea, but let's see on the participation of on the interest of people. And if you're, hi Felipe, how you doing? How are you doing, Felipe? Can you present your, I mean, we know each other, I think. We did. Oh, Leonardus. Hi, Leonardus.
Hello.
Hi, Leonardus. How are you doing?
Good. Yeah, I just come back from the Lodge meeting in Singapore.
Nice.
Yeah, we just had dinner, so I think the rest are not home yet.
Okay. I was saying that the idea of this study group is, oh, Seth wants to say something. Okay, please, Seth. Oh, no, he was just greeting. Okay. No, I was saying the idea of this study group is that every participant is actively involved, primarily in the study of the characteristic of each sign, because in order to understand the difference among the different systems, we have to have well in mind the characteristic of each planet, each sign, and each house. We have to know it very well. So if we are all involved primarily, actively in the study, I think that it can be something good, and we can all we can all give our contribute actively. So the idea is to for the next time to introduce the characteristic of the planet Sun and Moon, and in order to explain the meaning of these planets, and also with the help of the myth, the ancient Greek myth and Vedic myths. And I want to show again. Okay, here, for instance, this is the first document do you remember, you were there during the first meeting we had last year, and we have some material, and here we have, okay, no, I show you the table, sorry, I changed my mind. This. Okay, here we have a table with the differences and the similarities of each sign in each tradition. So there are some, the qualities are almost the same, and this is what I would like to focus for the moment. All the qualities of all the signs and all the planets and the houses, because each sign is related to a planet and to a house. So I will start with the sun and moon. But if you have another idea, we can consider also another idea. If you have another something else in mind, we can consider it. And I was saying that those are the similarities. So we have the 12 signs. We have planets are very similar, but even though are not completely the same in all the traditions, but in order to understand how the system works, we have to have very well in mind the characteristic of each sign and each planet and each house, and then how they interact with each other. In the Western and esoteric system, we have the circle birth chart, the birth chart that we almost I think everyone has seen this birth chart, no? This kind of birth chart. And in the Vedic astrology is completely different. So this is also something to consider while we're studying. I would say that we go forward studying all the qualities and all the myths, also considering the Vedic astrology. But then we need to consider if we want to analyze also, I have a book here. If we want to consider also this, because look at the birth chart is different, and there are also some other different things going on in the Vedic astrology here. This is you see the different, this is a square. And also within the Vedic astrology, there's South Vedic astrology and North Vedic astrology. This is the South chart. And the North has a triangles instead of squares. But for the beginning, we just need to focus on the qualities of each planet and sign and house. So we'll say we go for, we can start from sun and moon, or we can start from first and second house, which are two different things, because sun and moon are, sun is the 5th house and moon is the fourth house, sorry. Moon is the 4th house and sun is the 5th one. So moon is ruled by Cancer in the Western astrology, and from Virgo in the esoteric astrology, but Cancer also for the Vedic astrology. So, for instance, in this case, we have the sun, which is Leo for Western, Leo for esoteric, and Leo for Vedic astrology. So we are going to analyze the sun, Leo, and the 5th house. And for the moon, we have Cancer, Virgo, and Cancer. So we are going to analyze moon, Cancer, Virgo, 4th house and 6th house. That is the house of esoteric astrology. I don't know if it's clear. This is clear. Did you understand this? No? Okay. Because in the system, that system, oh, sorry. Because in that system, we are analyzing different systems, and we have this chart. We follow this table where is very schematic, and we can see where each sign is. Oh, sorry, I'm here. Okay, if we analyze Sun, we are going to analyze also planet. If we analyze the planet Sun, we are going to analyze also the sign Leo. And if we analyze the planet Moon, we are going to analyze the sign Cancer and Virgo, because in the esoteric astrology, the ruler of the moon is Virgo. So we already have a difference here. We start to look at the differences, but the qualities of the planet are the same. Is it clear?
I think Tatiana wrote a comment.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she say, I wonder if it might be easier to start from the basics. For example, what is the house? What is moon? What sun? What does it represent? How does it work? Before this, each of the 3 different ones. So I don't. Yeah, exactly. First, we have to start analyzing the characteristics of each planet, but we will just say that in esoteric astrology, Moon is the ruler of Virgo and not of Cancer. We just keep in mind the differences, but we will analyze the characteristics first.
Maybe what she meant is more on like, what is the definition of house? What is moon and sun? I think,
okay.
Yeah. I think it's good to devise this also.
Okay, this is how the system works. So the system of the astrology system work. Okay, for example, what being a ruler means. Okay, the ruler of the planet means that is that planet express himself well when is in that sign. No, you're right, Tatiana. No, this is for very beginners. So we want to examine the characteristics, which are the same for all the systems, and we will see what this does mean really when we are going to analyze each planet. But okay, the system anyway works, but I still, okay, I share again the screen. Okay, here's how the basic system works. Let's start from the basic. And okay, the astrology is a science which consider the person influenced by the position of the stars at the time of his or her birth. For instance, I was born on November 19, and when I was born that day, Sun was in Scorpio. So my sun is is in Scorpio, but the planet Sun is usually is ruled by Leo. The domicile is Leo. So the Sun expresses himself very well when he's in Leo, and the Sun in Scorpio has some aspects, different aspects. No, it takes another like essence, let's say. So the planet tells us what is happening. So the characteristic of the planets explain us what is happening, and the sign how those characteristics are expressed in us. And the houses are telling us where those characteristics, in which area of my life those characteristics are expressing. For instance, I show you this. This is the birth sign of Elena Petrovna Blavatsky, and she, okay, you see we have degrees, okay, because this is a circle, and her circle has 360 degrees. So each sign lasts 30 degrees in this chart, and at the moment of our when we were born, also I mean the stars are always moving. I mean, no, okay, not the stars are moving, but we are moving, but everything is moving and everything is changing constantly. So but in a circular way. So everything is changing, but everything is repeating somehow. So we have cycles. Each planet stays for a certain period of time in a specific sign. So, for instance, Sun here, the Sun turns every month about. Moon changes every. Moon changes every. Okay, this is something different among the systems, but okay, we can stick to the basic now. And in the basic, moon changes every 2 days, and okay, Mercury also is quite near to the Sun, and Venus, but these are all aspects that we will see analyzing planet by planet and the interaction with the other planets. Okay. Is it more clear? Okay, good. So while we start studying, we will understand also these passages. But first of all, we need to understand the characteristic of the planet and how these interact with the others, with the other planets. And yeah, and we can do it having a look of all the three systems. Let's see if keeping all the three is too much for now. Maybe we can stick to the basic and esoteric astrology. And once we finish the course, we will introduce also the Vedic astrology, because I understand, I realize that is a lot of information. It's a bit too much to compare all the three at once. So maybe we can compare the two using also the myth in the Vedic tradition, just to understand on a deeper level, and stick to the two, basic and esoteric. What do you think?
So we are using one book, or there are several materials that we are using to analyze?
Yeah, there in that folder we have quite good material, a lot of material on esoteric astrology. We have a book on basic astrology, also that mini course that we did the last year, and we have something on Vedic astrology. But yeah, maybe we can stick to the basic and esoteric astrology for now, and then we will introduce also the Vedic astrology in a second moment. Maybe it's easier for everyone to understand, because for Western and esoteric astrology, there are differences, of course, but the system is more similar. In the Vedic astrology, we have much more, and it use another count. So maybe we can introduce this in another moment. The idea was nice. I was thinking to put all the three together, because it's nice to analyze all the myths, the different myths, I don't know, all the different myths, and to see, how, because the root is the same. So the root of of astrology is the same, like the root of our languages is the same. Sanskrit, Latin, and Greek has the same root. They have the same root, and in the same way, also astrology, all the astrology have the same root. But this is the idea, and I want to share with you, and I want to understand if you are willing to go deeper into this altogether, and
Yes,
yeah.
but it will be nice to see, like, somebody to give this first analysis, because I'm not like how long or what, like how it should be done. Like I have like no idea.
What do you mean? Someone? I didn't get you. Sorry.
So I don't mind doing, but I would like to see like example of what is expected.
Okay. For the first time, I mean, the next episode, I can show you what at least the sun. We can speak about the sun or the first house. Let's decide where to start from. Where do we want to start from? Or we can start just this. We are in October, and we can start from Libra, because next time will be, I mean, this is your birthday soon. It's going to be. So maybe we can start from Libra, because it's the sign where the sun will be when we will have the meeting. So just to have something, to have a comparison of what is actual, what is going on now in this moment in the sky, and what is the effect of that on us. Yeah, we can start from Libra, okay, we can choose if we want to start from the planet or from the sign.
Yeah, we can also start with the sign.
Okay, we can start with Libra, and we will talk about Libra and all the characteristics and influences, and because all the characteristics of a sign are reflected into the planet and the house. And once we will know well all the characteristics of every sign, Gary Kittel will give us some. I don't know if you know Gary. Gary is a president of, I know you know, America. He's the president of the Scottish section, and he writes books on esoteric astrology. He's very knowledgeable. So he told me that he will be happy to help us in this study group. So, but firstly, we have to analyze and understand the characteristics of the signs and the planets and houses.
I wonder if it will be the order is to have Gary to give us an introduction first before we delve into the study.
Yeah,
Or-
Gary, okay, the introduction, Gary can, he's more advanced. He can, I think it's more, it worth more to have him to explain us the hard part, the hardest part. Because firstly, we have to understand the characteristics. We have to understand that each sign has some characteristics that reflects in the planet, and everything is influenced reciprocally, and there are some interaction among these planets. So first we have to understand these characteristics and the interaction among the planets. And while we understood all the characteristics and we know the symbols, we know everything, and then we can go for things that are harder, and we can ask him his contribute.
Can you give us an example? What is harder? Because I have no idea. Like, what is harder? Like, what we could ask him?
Okay. Once we understand how everything works, we start to analyze well the aspects, the square, the sextile, and all the aspects of the. There is some material where there are the aspects is in the folder, the folder that I shared with you. The conjunction, semisextile, sextile, square, trine, injunction, opposition, and how these aspects are changing among the systems, the different systems. We can firstly stick to the basic system to understand the aspects of the basic, just keeping in mind the differences, but we firstly understand the aspects of the basic astrology, and then we go to the esoteric astrology and the Vedic astrology, to the aspects of the Vedic and esoteric astrology. Sorry, maybe I didn't said this exactly. Sorry. We will analyze first the characteristics which are the same for all the systems, and how they the planets interact among each other, the signs, the planets interact among each other because each planet works in a different way if is under the influence of a different sign and a different house. How to calculate the house? You can understand the house with the time of the birth. The time of the birth gives you the first house. And the first house is your ascendant, and it represents the how you express yourself with other people, like on the outside, on the superficial level, for the basic astrology. But it's a bit different for the Vedic and the esoteric astrology. So we will start seeing the qualities of all the planets and how they are located in all the different systems, but seeing the aspects only of the basics, and then we move to the comparative system. Vignesh, you want to say something?
No, I'm just absorbing all this information. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have any suggestion or if you want to say
No,
something,
I think what will likely happen, you will do the first presentation, right? Let's say on Libra. And when you're talking about, so some of us don't really understand what is a house and how that relates to the planet and, very basic stuff. So we'll pepper you with all these questions in the first session. Maybe things will become clearer,
Okay.
session by session, no?
Yeah, basically is the same stuff we discussed in the previous meeting. I show you the slides.
Yeah. I think I went to the last year's one.
Yeah, I remember.
But then, yeah, it is more of like, I understand the definition in when it is one by one being explained, but then when it is applied together, it is another thing. So I agree with Vignesh that maybe the next session you just do the presentation, and then we will really like ask you along the way of how you come up with that, and then how is this linked to that, and then hopefully that will become clearer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we have each sign. I want to try to explain you something now, because maybe I've been too superficial on this. I didn't think about it. I mean, I thought it okay. Each sign has one of the 4 elements, and so we have, for instance, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, which are fire signs. So they have common characteristics. And then we have Mercury. No, sorry, Mercury. No, this is the planets. Then we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius that are air signs. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn are earth sign, and Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, water signs. So those are like macro area where the characteristic of the planets are has some similarities. Okay, so it's very important to understand the characteristic of the planets in order to understand how then they interact within each other and how they reflect their characteristics in the houses. I show you again here. Here, can you see here where you see it, the house 12 and the sorry, here where's ASC. This ASC means ascendant. So that is that sign, that black line tells the moment of the day of your birth. So you were born at that time of the day. So the circle were at that degree of the 360 degree. Okay, in 24 hours, the ascendant pass on each of that degree. And what is exactly that you don't understand?
I think a little bit too many things, because I understand that. I am guessing me and maybe some others understand a little bit about this, and what you explain is actually quite clear. But then, because it is such a big topic, we don't know how to apply it when it is combined together in one chart.
But I would say, firstly, start to understand the characteristic of each element within the astrology. Okay, when you do the characteristics, it's easier to understand how they interact, because everything is there. It's about the interaction, about the aspects among those elements.
Okay. So start with the characteristic of water, fire, earth, and air.
Yeah, we can start from
And
a
then
sign
about
or a
the
planet.
sign,
But
yeah.
if we start with a planet, we will analyze the planets. If we start with a sign, we will analyze the sign. And because every sign is related to a planet and to a house, and all the characteristics are reflected in each planet and each house.
Yeah. Then let's just do like Vignesh suggested. Let's just jump right into it. So then, and then we'll figure out our way together.
I don't know if Tatiana, is it better? I mean, did you get it a little bit better, or still very confusing? Because I maybe I'm too confusing when I speak and I don't realize it. I'm sorry if I'm not very clear sometime, because maybe. Okay.
Yeah, I think when is the next meeting?
In 1 month. But
Okay.
Seth is asking, we should study your slides between meeting first to get a good understanding of each sign and planet.
Yeah, I was going to
It is
say
not
that.
need-
So in this coming month, we'll study the material.
Yeah, okay.
Then
We
in
can
the
do that. Yeah, but it's not needed because we will go deeper into each sign next time, into the first sign or planet, what we want to start with.
No, but for those of us who don't know what is a house, or you're hearing for the first time or whatever.
Yeah,
So,
you will understand while we speak about the planet.
right. So
The
we'll
house is
study
simply,
whatever material you are uploading, and then yours will be the first presentation. So it will be much clearer what the approach to this study is going to be, and how to approach each planet or sign or house, what all to study, what all to analyze. We will know with your presentation. So I think we'll take it as it goes. It'll be the first couple of sessions to kind of get accustomed to the whole subject, because right now it's it back and front, it seems, but some of us are completely new, so it's a little overwhelming.
Tatiana is saying, I think that it might be easier to have the slides so we can read on our own piece as well. And when we get to the class, we have an idea of what you'll be covering. Of course, yes, but you should already have these slides. I mean, in the invitation, I sent the Drive link where you can have the access of all the material.
For the
No, Leonardo, you're muted now.
sorry. Yeah. So the in the Google Doc there is the link to the Google Drive, but then we need to ask for permission to go in.
Oh, really?
So
sorry. I will Oh, sorry. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you can change the permission so that you don't need to click us one by
public.
one.
Yeah, just make it public for everyone.
Thank you so much.
Sure. Sorry, I didn't realize it.
No, yeah, thank you so much
You're
for
the first
arranging the
person
study.
you're telling me this, so it means that nobody else checked the material.
Not yet. Yeah, not yet.
Okay.
So yeah. So we will study the material first before the next meeting lah.
Okay, yes. And in the next meeting, we will start speaking about Libra. So Medicaid will be happy. Her sun is in Libra. And yeah, and it's very easy. It's just that there are planets, signs, and houses. Okay, these three are the main characters of the astrology. And what it makes you what you are, your personality and your depending on the system, are the interaction among these three characters, among these main characters. And each planet is related to a sign, and each sign is related to a planet and to a house, and each house is related to a planet and I mean, they are all interconnected. And when a planet is in a particular house, which is determined by the time of our birth. The houses are determined by the time of our birth, so that's why it's very important to know the exact time. It takes another essence. Okay, for instance, if you have here, sorry, I have some examples here for that Gary gave me. No, sorry. Here, guidelines for interpreting. Okay. For instance, if you have Sun in the 9th house, okay, it means that okay, your Sun is in Scorpio, for instance. So your personality has certain characteristics. Those characteristics in the 9th house takes a different essence. And if you have Saturn in opposition with your Sun, you will have some difficulties in your life. Is it clear?
I'm just can't imagine a person who doesn't have any difficulties in their life.
No one. Doesn't exist. We all have something, at least. But difficulties are also good aspects. I mean, there are not only difficulties. I was thinking about difficulties, but we also have good aspects in our birth charts that are our birth chart shows us also the good aspects, not only the difficulties. They're also the facilities or the challenges. I mean, a lot of things. And we can, okay, in the Vedic astrology, they use it also to predict the future. And because they also analyze the nodes, the Ketu, and but is a bit more complicated. But they use the Vedic astrology to predict the future and to decide about important decisions of life, like marriages, or if that person is good for you, because also you can see how those two birth charts are interacting among each other. And Seth is saying there's a book I started but never finished titled Astrology, a Cosmic Science, that had a pretty systematic introduction into these ideas too, in case anyone is in. Okay, thank you, Seth. We can maybe add it to the G Drive folder. Thank you so much. And
yeah,
I invite
I'll see if I can
Thank
find
you
it.
so much.
If not, I'll plagiarize it if it's only for a small group of people, but I won't make it public. I can scan it.
Thank you so much. And also, if anyone has some material or wants to bring their own knowledge, please, we are here all to study at the same level. This is just an introduction to the idea.
I just remember that I was suggested, I think it was Alan Leo, Esoteric Astrology. They said it's...
Yeah, it's there. That book is on the G Drive already. Yeah. And also, I have this book from Gary, Greek Hero Myths, from Gary Kittel, which is very nice, and it has the oracle labors that are an esoteric representation of the passage of the sun among all the signs. So are 12 labors.
It just remembers me that it was Alice Bailey who actually wrote the first time about Hercules.
Yes, she also wrote about esoteric astrology.
I think I found it, the PDF somewhere in the internet also.
Yeah. It's very popular. That book is very easy to find. I did an Italian version because the one that I had, but we can easily find the English one, of course. And otherwise, I will translate for you everything. And yeah, this is the idea. Okay, this was only to discuss about the idea of this study group and how do we want. But I also want to do it all together with you. I don't want to be the person that decide, but I want to decide with you all together how to proceed, because we are all on the same level. It's just a way to study with the support of other people and share our studies. What do you think? It's a disaster.
It's not a disaster. Let's see how it goes. We'll know after the first couple of sessions. Yeah.
It is what happened when several people with different level of understanding is trying to study together, in that sense. And thanks for suggesting it. So yeah, we will do this together.
Good, nice. I like to do things, to share things and to do it together. I mean, I'm very in for the group work instead of individual work. So I'm very excited for this. Okay, we can decide also, I don't know, this I should discuss with Seth, but we can decide if it's needed to do more than one meeting per month. We can, but it depends. No, we'll see with Seth privately first. Sorry, I shouldn't say. Because Seth is running the other study group. Is it still going?
It's on hiatus right now. We finished the last book. I was kind of waiting for the new board to be settled and then see what they wanted to do. So it might come back, but anything works.
Okay, because we can do it also bi-weekly, like the one that was before. We can, because otherwise once a month it takes a lot of time to go deeper into each sign, everything, because there are so many aspects. So maybe twice per month is okay. Tatiana, thank you very much. She's leaving, and thank you so much for your presence. We wait you for the next meeting, and I hope you enjoyed. Hi, Fatima, mi amor, hola. How are you?
Buenos, ciao. Sorry, I couldn't connect with the camera before, but I was hearing you. Thank you so much for sharing all of this, Elena. Hello, everybody.
Hi. Where are you?
Mauritius.
Okay.
Yes, right now. Missing at Yar. Hello, Vignesh, Marike. Hello, everybody. Looking forward. Yes, I am happy. I am open. I'll try to join you as much as possible. The only thing is that I'm quite behind. All the astrology I know is actually thanks to you. So at least I know what you are talking about when you're talking about a house and a planet, because I was sitting with you getting a private class, but I cannot give too much into the subject, and in the sense like I have no idea. I will have to study and see. For the moment, I can only much more receive from you, actually, or anybody else. I don't know, Tatiana or this, that know about the subject. I'm completely zero.
Maybe another idea that I was considering, I don't know if you like, maybe if you want to try to study, we can do it together during the week. We can find some private session for the person that wants to present the next time. I can give the support to study that planet during the 2 weeks, and then you can present it.
That will be amazing.
Because in this way is more you understand better, and everyone can do the work.
Okay.
Good.
I like that idea. Maybe we could compromise. I don't know, because Marike is Libra. I am a Scorpio like you. I don't know if somebody else is a Scorpio. Maybe we could study the the sign of the month, and if it's somebody's birthday, then they have to take it.
Yeah, exactly. And Leonardo's is Scorpio also, if I'm not wrong, if I don't remember. Yeah, and Seth is Aries.
Leo.
Aren't you Aries, Seth?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
She
I don't
knows
remember
everything.
Brandon. Gemini? Is Brandon Gemini?
Cancer.
Excuse me?
Cancer.
Ah, Cancer.
Cancer.
Nice. Okay. So we can, if you agree, we can also do this. I mean that we studied during the 2 weeks that are.
Yeah. That sounds nice. For me,
Good.
it sounds great.
Okay, so next time, Marike, do you want to? Good. So we start with Libra, and we do one sign at a time. So next time will be in 2 weeks. And we will start analyzing Libra.
Cool.
Okay, good.
Speak.
I think for
Okay.
today, we've had what you shared the file, Vignesh. Okay, download this first, and also this one from Sat. Okay, thank you. Good.
I was muted. It's the same book that Seth linked.
It's the same book.
Ah, I see. Got it. Okay.
I found the file, so I just, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So nice to see you. I don't want to say goodbye because it's so nice to be with you guys.
We'll meet again.
Yeah. Okay, in 2 weeks for sure. And me and Marike
Yes.
even earlier.
No, that's nice. I think it's a nice plan. And then we
Good.
have like a personal month each or a personal every 2 weeks, we see.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah. I would like to. I like the idea to do this because I really want to go deeper into astrology also, and this support is very nice and helpful, and I love the idea to share more with you because I feel I was saying to Seth, I was feeling so lonely since I came back to Italy, and I had a kind of very hard time. So now I really like recovered from all these bad emotions. Yeah, I'm very happy and excited. Okay, thank you so much, guys. It was so nice. See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. See
Everybody.
you.
Ciao,
so
Thank you so
much.
much, Elena.
Vi amo tutti.
Yeah.
Ciao.